decided to do a page just for the Austin 7 rat rod build. This was started a long time ago, so we shall see if I can get the picks in the right order. As it started a long time ago. 1935 Mk1 Ruby, very plain rear end. Complete car, less interior. Headlamps are wrong, but was running and driving at this stage. Let the stripping begin. Guards off, not much to these. Just a handful of bolts and nuts. Body ready to come off. Still more pics of car disassembled. Body off, front view, rear view. Complete running chassis. Sold this minus the fuel tank to a guy wanting to build a special. Let the real fun begin. I purchased this old chassis to use as a test bed for the design. Getting rid of years of dried grease and muck, this frame came from beside a chicken co-op. Still more dirt removal. Have removed the brake rod, transverse bar and center support. All cleaned up, ready for action. So I won't bore you with the build pics of the first chassis. Here it is mocked up before I moved workshop. Running gear is a 1982 Toyota Starlet Sprint, twin-carb 4K engine, 5-speed gearbox and standard diff. Front suspension are Mazda MX-5 arms, hubs and steering rack. Suspension is cantilever adjustable coil overs. More on that later. First part of chassis rebuild a rear suspension frame. If you can work this out, well done. Stubs made for chassis extensions. These slide approx. 300mm into original chassis frame. Looks easy, but these are tapered both ways, so gets narrower to the front. With the original body mount extension removed. Rear chassis extensions. Left extension cut off and marked on table, left extension cut off. New extension made via template on table, one side at a time. Left right hand side on to get the left hand height correct. Rear chassis build time. Why make one when two is required? Lucky they are both the same. Okay, fitted chassis to body. Turned it on its side. Aligned the extensions to line up with the body mount holes. Tack, welded in. Both sides done. Who said this was going to hard? Chassis back of the body, time to line up the rear end. Pony boy deciding he wanted to help, still trying to help. Setting up rear end, shock mounts rear arms. Pick is a bit far away, not sure about those rear shock mounts though. Lower arms on the floor, waiting for inspiration. Rear arm positions and mounts. Carbide templates for lower arms. Kind of nice shape. Trial fitting of top arms. This may work. Setting up the rear cantilever adjusters. This came off the original chassis build. Setting out the cross for the ladder chassis. String them up. Caster gauge used to set the pinion angle. Setting up for the top diff mounts. Mounts taking shape. Real simple, yeah right. Lower brackets done as well. Now, this will be epic. Mazda MX-5 NA front cross member. Some nice bush spaces fitted. Here. And here, watch this space. Okay, back to the rear of the chassis. Time to locate the upper arm support. This needs to go here. Boy, there's not much room. The upper arms are static and don't move unless you want to raise or lower the ride height. Right, now for some fun. Making the jig for the front end. MX-5 NA front subframe. Well timed to make the frame to hold the suspension plates, pivot pins. Left hand side lower and upper suspension points. From the rear. From the top. From the front. More front subframe stuff. Finishing off the frame. Steering rack mounts attached. Let's go chopping. Having a plasma cutter was a good idea. Look at all those pieces. Time to build the front chassis rails. Time to trim. Sliding the side rails past the suspension mounts. Securing the front cross member and the steering rack mounts. 10 minutes ago, I identified as a welder. 5 minutes ago, I identified as a grinder. Now I identify as a fabricator. Yes, we have been lazy updating this stuff. So as you can see, lower frame positioned between all the mounting points for the lower arms and steering rack. Okay, more front subframe building. So using the jig, I made these pieces were left in space. Lower frame and uprights in position. And from the other side, a better view of the top pin location. Both sides tacked in. Side view, mint. So this supposed to fit in that. If we sneak up quietly, will it notice? This is going to be interesting. Front cross member off the jig. Looks better, some fish plates installed. Front suspension fitted. These two need to get together. More chassis building. Old chassis gone in the bin. Right, let's make these two bits fit together. And so it goes on. And on. Look, bent bits. Now I like that. Looks cool. Still more thinking and cutting, joining these two bits together. Secret chassis aligning tool. Add wheels, boom, can almost hear it running. Just a reminder of what I'm trying to build. Wow, look at that. Body on chassis. Looks kinda mean. Front tins on. Nice stance. Must do something with those wheels. Perfect look. Okay, time for front shocks to be fitted. Front coil overs going in. Steering rack needs to be shortened. Upper bracket. Both sides done. On its springs, neat stance. Oh, look, rack's done. Gusset time. New tires and wheels. These should look good. Managed to find 14-inch rims, the same as the 13-inch rims on the front. Wow, new tires on the front as well. New, I forgot something. Nice and clean 5-speed. New sump fitted to twin carb Toyota 4K.